Hi guys, one more time here, and I want to talk about the defenders, which ones you should use, which ones are good, and my opinion on this topic. So let's start with King Hearts. So King Hearts is a unkillable unit. He has some freezes on his auto attack and also his ultimate. That's pretty valuable. Outside of that, he brings his Lord bonus, but I don't think many Northerner units will be used in GVG defense. And with Gun, if you are one of the 10 people that actually pulled Gun, you are in luck. I think he is the best for GVG defense because his ult gives him 3 extra stacks of block, so he will be able to block 7 units with Olaf's Wall. Plus he deals so much damage with his Frantic Retribution and also his AoE attack that hits 3 enemies, plus his scales of defense, so that's another bonus. Regulus is a decent choice with Olaf's Wall, of course. I think he stuns enemies time to time with his Lionheart Rain. He also gives damage reduction to our allies. He might be good, depends if the enemy Demon Soldier damage is too much. You need your team to survive. Next on the list is Torador. Torador is also really good, just like Gun, but Gun is just better. Torador brings his defense reduction, some damage, AoE in his ult, damage, stuns, and other amazing things. For example, his Lord bonus, mostly Nightmare Faction or Infernal Piercers. Infernal and Piercers will be used in GVG defense, so he's one of the best since he will buff your Arrogance, your Salazar, your Wrath, and do so much. Reef is also an amazing choice because he deals decent damage, has AoE stun and AoE damage on his ultimate, and he slows up to 5 targets around him. If you are running some cultist team with Morrigan, he should be a no-brainer. Slowing enemies so the Morrigan's Lord buff is activated, and decimating small stuff will be amazing. So let's quickly talk about Azor. Azor might be decent on the defense because he gets 2 range or 2 tile range with his ultimate. He might stun some targets, boost your DPS, so he might not be the worst, but if you have other options, I would go with them. Brokir, the better version of Azor. Brokir gives your team some damage reduction, also freezes your enemies. If he dies somehow, he will put himself in a stasis and freeze more enemies, so that's pretty good, I think. Baron is a great choice simply for his survivability, his damage from his evil armor ultimate, and that's about it, I think, for Baron. He's just a block of stats in the end. Livian might be quite good for her stuns on the shield bounce when her ultimate is triggered twice or once. I don't really remember her kit, never used her, so that might be amazing. Simply the reason she can stun multiple targets with the shield bounce. Olag is probably the best, not really best option, but the healthiest option for defense. Olag is the strongest tank in the game since he shields himself every 10 seconds or 11 seconds with Silver Shield, giving him the massive 85% HP shield, so he won't ever be killed on Guild Wars defense. But he will also deal negligible damage, if any at all. I think Evelyn is pretty cool. She has block star. Where is it? Let me quickly find it. Here, block. Her block stacks up to 4 enemies without Olaf's Wall, so she can block 4 enemies. And also her skill Iron Stomp with only 300 required rage, stuns enemies, every blocked enemy for what, half a second? A second, that's pretty good. Let's move on. Isolde is also a great choice for the reason she boosts block for every ally, your fighters and your tanks, so she will be able to block up to 5 enemies if you are using an Olax Wall on her, and also your fighters will be able to block 3 or 4 enemies depending if you are using the Soul Drainer artifact. I want to quickly mention Ardef. I think Ardef might be a hidden gem for defense if you don't have any better options. He has an AoE magic damage attack, hitting 3 enemies for 110% damage. His ultimate is a massive Realm of Curse that drains enemies and also reduces their magic resist. Right here. 10%, stacking up to 15% reduction, and with Awakenings, more HP restore, more damage if they are low, and also stuns them for 2 seconds, which is pretty huge. So Ardef might be a really good choice if you don't have something like, I don't know, Reef or some AoE damage dealing tank. So yeah guys, this is my opinion. These are the tanks I would use. I think Gun is the best, followed by Torador, Reef for tanking and damaging, and pure stats are probably King Hars, Brokir, and Regulus might be fine. Olag is insane, and some niche picks are Evelyn, Isolde, and Ardef. One more time, signing out.